Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. Well, this defense for the Niners, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. This is Carson. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Finding some room at midfield. And he's got room. And finally down at the 32-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll try the left side. It's Carson, and he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a give, right side. Carson. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? Because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Throwing now is Brady. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Brady to throw again. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. I got you, boy.
Brady now to throw. Britt's got it, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Brady. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. To throw, it's Brady. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On first down, Britt, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. They got to get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. Here's Brady to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. Matt Rule, a risk taker in college, going for it. Here we go on fourth down. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now Brady. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one taken just inside the 10. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action. Stafford. That's complete to the tight end, Everett.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Throwing is Stafford. He finds his man, complete. It's Shepard. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Tried to drop it in there, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Brady finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off at the 11, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Stafford now to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
They'll run on 1st down. Britt, and he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Stop your body. Mike, 56.
Now Brady. And that'll be incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Brady. Got his target, Samuel. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Brady going to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Brady now on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is indeed good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too...
Touchdown! DK Metcalf, 76 yards. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 2nd down now, Britt. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Brady. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Gets this one to use check. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Brady now on first down. This will be caught at Samuel. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Brady now on first down. Completes it right side to Brett. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And his pass incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, 56. Let's make these babies cry right now. Mike 56, Mike 56.
Now Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll start from their own 5, so you'd have to imagine they'll stay conservative. After the interception, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Here's Stafford. Here's a diving catch right side. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He's got a man. Complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the 3rd quarter?
Extra point right down the middle, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
On first down, Brady. Out to the flat here for Johnson. The ball comes out. And, oh, boy, something you certainly don't want to see. Deebo Samuel still down. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From midfield, here's Brady. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Again, it's Brady. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Back to throw. Brady. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that'll make it third and goal. Looking to throw. Brady. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the 49ers have cut it back within a score. This time, the extra point up and good, and this is back to a 5-point game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Here's second and a yard.
32.
They run again with Carson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it is caught at the 10-yard line. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run for it with Penny. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Here's Carson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on 2nd down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
Yeah, they've thrown for 3 touchdown passes. Now here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so, but ordinarily, 2nd down is when you run your play fake, your play act.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. 4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Bobby Okereke came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Brady completes it to Samuel. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, Britt. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
From the 41, Brady. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Seahawks will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 63 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. They run it with Carson. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 35.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Stafford on third down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off inside the 5. And the 49ers are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. And he will find his man, Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Throwing on first down. Brady. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it second down. From the gun, Brady. That's Samuel, caught left side. And they got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks. And they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And, boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Jerry Tillery, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. The Niners on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He has Britt over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Throwing now is Brady. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Here's Brady. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Brady again. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll try again. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
The Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. Brady now to throw. The quick slant caught. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin, 4th quarter, you're going. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Now Brady got to have this one. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Sly on for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. Hard throw, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spotted it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And down he'll go at the 25. Now whistles here. I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Brady to throw. Finds White. And some room to work. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
To throw is Brady. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Back to throw, Brady. Britt's got it, complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Now Brady. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Watch the run,
They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Back to throw. This one caught by Kittle. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. He's back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Seahawks have just about sewn up this football game. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
Stafford down to a knee, and with it, he's going to ensure his guys a victory. So the victory here for Seattle. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Well, without question, when you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Seahawks, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll have another road day next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.